Hello and happiest of folks to each of you folks. I hope you guys are having just an absolutely amazing day today. So today we're going to be doing the second episode of Don't Starve, Evil Genius episode, the first game from the early 2000s and that sort of a thing. So I have here, I've loaded up my sim. If you'll recall, I spent like an hour after getting everything ready and up and running for like about 15-20 minutes. I spent overnight and that sort of a thing. And so but here is the thing, my construction workers here were at, the capacity wasn't at 100 yet, so I had to build another one of these rooms here. I also put this down. It was here-ish, so I rebuilt my plant down there for power and that sort of a thing. And then because I had that too big, the next thing, and then using the money that I have, I now got about 7.6 million. I have built a few of these topside shacks. Well, these topside shacks are brilliant for misdirection of minions that are going to get sent to your map as your heat rise, or just randomly too. And that sort of a thing. And then because there are that many, I'm going to go over here and I'm just going to go ahead. I've got too many. I'm going to disconnect these, and then I'm going to show you how to build traps. You can only place traps in corridors. So I'm going to come on over here and place a corridor in each of these things. Now the good thing about them is that they'll do misdirection, but because of people around the map and that sort of thing. But the problem is that they are going to have some issues with the so I built there with a door 2. I'm also going to put in here a fire extinguisher 2. They'll sometimes hurt your social minions and that sort of thing too, who come out to put out the fires. But I think it's worth it to keep them away from your thing. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to place 2 pressure pad sensors. I prefer my traps in misdirection to be other things. So 2 of those, and then 2 of the confusing pop-up dummies. And then I want to zoom in to make sure that they're facing that direction. They are. And then once that's done, I'm going to link on each of them in the connector. So you see how that shows up a chat menu? This is called link mode. You click on one, then you click on the other, and then I want those 2 to be linked too, and now they'll all happen. Like that makes sense? And now that'll build, and I'll do that throughout the rest of my thing here, and then I'll show you how to, and then I'll also show you how to build. Then we'll go to the world management screen, and then I'll start showing you. We'll walk through that too. Alright, and so that's good stuff. Here you are. So here you can see all my different things here. Good stuff. Love it lots. Now you can do a crash test dummy that gets hired to test everything earlier and that sort of thing. But again, I prefer the misdirection and having a bunch of these. Now again, they do cost some money. Like I said, 50,000 gold each, which is a lot of cash, and that sort of thing. But yeah, I like it lots. Alrighty, let's connect these. Alrighty. So you can do traps, but again, I'm sorry, that should not be getting that way. You should go from sensor to the trap. Sorry, I didn't go all the way. There we go. And then from like that. Perfect. Alrighty. I'm trying to get that to build. Alright. I'll come back.
Room construction underway. Room construction underway.
Alrighty. And then like I said, because minions like soldiers and veterans and investigators and stuff will be focused down here rather than in the rest of your stuff. That way, they won't be bothering with you. So I had these all around and that sort of thing. Makes sense. Let's see it go. Running. Now these will take more power, just like the doors. Just as a heads up. Wow. But there we are. Deleted that. Head back over to the object page. Just mark back.
Object has been ordered.
That goes up. Good stuff level points. Good. And then, you know, again, as your minions go around and sort of break them up, you can get them stuff taken care of all up and down the block. Alrighty. And then this will do.
New room build order confirmed.
And then some traps.
Room construction unpaused. Object purchase order confirmed. Object has been ordered.
Make them good stuff. You can also put traps outdoors too, as well as things like guns and stuff like that. Alrighty. And then while they're building these, I can go ahead and start playing with the world dominion stuff and all that stuff. And so that way they'll be done before we're all done with all that stuff.
Room construction unpaused. Object purchase order confirmed.
And again, that little bear trap, that's what plays.
Object has been ordered.
So again, what will regularly happen though is they will just come down and start shooting your stuff, and it'll blow up. And so you're going to lose some money, and typically, like I said earlier, some social minions can put out traps or explosions and fires and that sort of thing. They need fire extinguishers, and they're the valets and stuff that we're going to be getting here in a moment. Make sense? All right. I like to put one by each of the entrances, one of these, and so forth, because if they don't know where your base is right now, then they're clearly going to be, going to whatever the first entrances they see. You could also put false entrances in your thing as well, that don't lead to your base proper. That would also be possible. I've done that in some of my games too, and just put a bunch of traps everywhere. But again, I don't want them to die, so we're not putting those traps here. These are just traps that will confuse them, drop their intelligence. Everybody, agents, yourselves, your minions and such too, each have different stats, and that sort of thing. And so what this will do is that this will drain their intelligence, and then eventually they won't even be able to move or think or do anything else. So that's where all the great stuff comes from. Alright, one here by this entrance. Again, I don't want them to be coming down to my thing, so we're going to be placing this here too. Alright, there we go.
Room construction underway. Room construction unpaused. Object purchase order confirmed.
And then after this, again, before I start to build up the second half of my base, and that sort of thing, again, we're going to be just running that stuff. Ready? Here's the one I just destroyed. This is the one that you start the map with, and that sort of a thing. Alright, so that now we'll just do that one too. We'll get this taken care of too.
Room construction unpaused. Object has been ordered. Object purchase order confirmed.
Alright, and then once this one's done, I'm going to make sure that one is paused and unpaused, because I'll try to play around with it before I get that started. And then once that's done, that one's already built. This is the one. Let's see if I can figure it out. I'm just not finding it. Let me try zooming around, see if I can figure it out. Sometimes you just gotta worry about these things by just clicking them on or something like that. Here we go. Unpaused it. Alrighty, now that that's done, now I'm going to show you the world management screen. Alright, so as you can see here, each of this, you have 4 different institutions in each of these 5 different places. And that sort of thing. You can see my heat's up there in the upper corner. That shows you how much heat I was gotten. As you guys, like I told you earlier, so here's what I did in order to make sure the exploit is to send some folks to the monies, and then so send about 10-12 people into each of these people, and then I also did some spying in the other 3. But what that means is, here you can see it. You can send if you were to send a minion here. Remember, this is live; it's not paused. But you can see here I can choose the steal, plot, or hide. But hiding is only temporary. And then they'll go from my base, and it takes like maybe a few minutes for them to arrive. And then when you hide it, it only lasts a couple of minutes, and that sort of thing. Each of these has their own sort of acts of infamy that you can do. So this one just gets you some stuff. It doesn't get you on anything. And then here's the risk associated. Typically, a lower risk one will be good. Here's what you need to get it done. In the corner, there's a time over here, and here's how much notoriety you'll get and how much heat you'll make from it, which will generate here. And then each of these different places out there have their own. You can check them there, and see that number. That number is how much money you'll get from them and how much heat you'll have by having your people there. And then your minions are basically divided into 3 classes. Your science minions are going to be good at plotting. They'll also good at reducing the time that it takes. So you want a few of them into your acts of mission and acts of infamy on each of the world matches, and then some of them will. Your brutal ones will your muscle minions, your military guys will reduce will increase massively how much money you're bringing in from stuff, but they'll also increase your heat. But they'll also protect. Like if an agent pops up here on the screen, we'll see it here in a little bit once we've done got us out of the prelude, and then they'll start showing up on the map in a different place in each of these different areas, and that sort of thing. And then the heat will be dropped by your minions with the social minions. So sending them there is sometimes what will be a death sentence because you got to keep watching this, and there's no thing that will show up and that sort of thing. So here are the 5 ones. Remember, it's set in the 60s and that sort of thing. It's a James Bond spoof. So Hammer is the Communist Party bloc, and here's the Eastern Bloc, it's Central Russia, Siberia, and Cuba. And then Patriot are the U.S. So there you can see they have a better one. Their best one is the 6th to get stuff from. Their best one was the Midwest, but that tells you how much heat you're making from sending people there to Eastern U.S. And then they also have Japan too. It's actually called the Pacific Allies. And then Smash are what the Middle East and South America and Antarctica too, which doesn't have anything. They're like the lightest, the group of the 4. Of the 5 alliances. Patriot is basically Europe. It's basically the UK's stuff and all the Western Europe stuff. South Africa, India, and Australia. And then the last one are basically the Chinese stuff. And here's Central Asia and Southeast Asia. That's all. Alrighty, so you can see that those are all leveling up. Each of these also has super good guys that will come and take you out when they hit your place. And that's what right. So there you go. Now here's the thing. There are you can actually some of these will give you an object. Like this one takes from 2 workers, 4 guards, and 2 valets to do. Alright. So what I want to do is I want to show you one of these in action. Here in Cuba, there is one that's called the Steel El Presidente's painting. It'll increase my heat in the area by 20, my notoriety by 10. It only takes a minute. So I'm going to send here. It's because it's got a risk of 4. I'm going to send here 20 of these guys. And then once they arrive, we'll go ahead and get that started so you can guys kind of see what that looks like and that sort of thing. And then when you steal stuff, it'll actually show up, but it actually has massive heat and that sort of thing. So if your people see it, also people will steal it, try to get it back. So you don't want to have that get taken care of too much. Alright, so there you are. And so now let's just check here to see if all the things are done. Yes, they are. Good stuff here. Good stuff there. Doors, not all that stuff. There's yeah, good stuff. Right, like it does. And then your heat will be what gets sent to your level and how powerful they are. Makes sense. Alrighty, and there we are. And so you can, and so we've built everything that we can build right now. The other rooms that you can build are an infirmary, a training room. You can also build a hangout spot and a galleys. Also a headquarters for your evil boss too, and the training room, and also a laboratory too. But here you're going to be, once you finish, as a reminder, we're here in chapter 1. It's basically reading and that sort of thing. And you can see basically we're getting a lot of these things that have already been built, good stuff, while I was doing all that conversation with you on the world, because this does not stop it. Alright, so we'll just wait here until this happens. While it's waiting, so you can see, you can actually follow here are the 20 people that I sent there, and that sort of thing. Also, one thing I changed, I have gone from 1 million every 20 seconds. Of course, spending $1,000. And that sort of thing. I was at 1 million. I started off with 1 million in order to get these refilled if they die. Alright. And then we'll just check it out. So here are some other examples of things that you can build outdoors. You can, in addition, sorry, I was traps. You can build some hotel stuff and have a nice diversion. Sort of thing at Evil Base entrances. Right now. Yeah, that's it. Just want to make sure it's all good to go. Alright. So let's go ahead and check in and see where we're at. If they've arrived. Yeah, they have arrived. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and do this mission and we'll just watch it. And if it succeeds, I'm going to wait till the radio plays, which we'll tell you about it. Alright, so we're just going to watch to see if this is working. It's already got knocked down to three workers. That was not good. And that sort of thing. I'm going to go ahead and send out a bunch more. It failed. And that sort of thing. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to call these back. And that sort of thing, because you can see my heat rose massive. That's one of the reasons why I send about 2 or 3 times as many. And that sort of thing. Luckily, I can come back to that here in a little bit because Cuba is so as you can see, the heat went up from me starting that project and that sort of a thing. So I don't know if I actually want to have that much heat that early in the game. I might want to wait for a little bit. All right, let me go over to here. I have normally, but for you all folks, I'm going to have this. So I'm going to speed up the slider to 10 seconds every 2,000 every 10 seconds. We'll just wait till these gets filled up. Actually, we'll send 30 people there just to make sure that we have enough. For you all, I don't want to have you guys wait for like another a little bit for that to calm down and that sort of thing. But let's go ahead and do it. Let's send 30 people. I'm also going to send Jubei too. I don't know. I might want to keep Jubei because he'll be my defense in these guys if they start raiding me hard in the early game. Because I don't have military means yet. Alright. So I'll just wait for those folks to head on out. You can see I've already started to replace a lot of them. 8 of them. Alrighty. So there we go. We'll just wait till these guys head out. And just make sure all the traps are set and distractions and that sort of thing. Yes, just to that. Alright. And then one of the things I like to do on the world map, once I've done something, I gotten some heat up or something, is I like to then. Actually, there's not. There's a door there. Sorry about that.
Object purchase order confirmed.
Move this here.
Object will be moved
This way.
shortly.
And there's get
Object
the door
move
down.
order confirmed.
Alright. So that's done. Alrighty. Then we'll just wait on this, and then while it's happening, I'll probably just come over here just to see if it's ready. Nope. Alrighty. Now let's put a door here.
Object has been
We are
ordered.
good to go. I know. Alright, so what I like to do is after I do a bigger heat one, leave that region and go somewhere else to get that. So now, so what I would have done normally is after that big heat and that sort of a thing, just come down here and then just leave it for a little bit and then go to the other places on the map, right? And just do some rotations. All right, now let's try it. Let's see. Hopefully it'll work. If not, I'll probably just try to see what I can do with the other stuff and that sort of thing. As you can just saw that my heat just went up to it massively. And it's now max in this level, that sort of thing. So we will need to bring this in. I can't keep doing this, so I will load the save just because I don't want to. I would otherwise I would have done this previously. Because you can do it before all the people start invading your world and that sort of a thing. 4 left. Let's see if that's enough. Hopefully. And then at the end, hopefully that'll all be done. Alright, it's succeeded.
This is the national news broadcast. Remember, all other radio stations are banned. If you listen to them, you will be trained in Presidente. Viva el Presidente! You may have heard dissenting rumors that a horde of evil parts have committed an atrocity in our beloved Cuba. El Presidente would like to make it known that these rumors are false, and any evidence to the contrary is merely coincidence. On an entirely unrelated matter, El Presidente has made a request to Hammer for more troops.
Now we're going to look to see where this gets placed, and then we're going to place it to a different place. It's usually placed in the armory, or something like that. I don't see it. Yeah, you don't want to have it out in the middle of nowhere. People can see it. So what I often like to do is put it here in the corridor of a lot of 3 stuffs and that sort of thing. Sometimes we'll just put it here in these guys' rooms. I don't see it. I don't see it anywhere. Maybe did they put it here in the control center? No, I don't see it. I see somebody coming in with it. Nope. It must already be there. That's okay. That means somebody could just steal it at any time, and I'd have to go back and do that mission again. Wait a couple of seconds more, see if I can find out where it is. Normally what I would do is I would immediately close and just come out and see where that person was bringing something, and then I only do that. And see where they take it to. Yeah, I don't see it. Let me try over here. Yeah. Sorry. Alright, well, at least it got stolen. And then the idea is that those minions will be restored other than by those various things that you take, and it's something for them to watch and admire and that sort of thing. But there you are. So now I'll go ahead and get this. Now we'll finish up this early era and then move on into outside of the area. So now what I gotta do is capture the maid. She looks like she's here. We're going to capture her, and then we're going to interrogate her to learn her skills. And now I can start getting this. Now, then I can start getting my meetings up. Alright, she's obviously running, and you can also tag her for termination, but you don't want to do that. Oh, there it is. Found it. We're going to put it here.
Object will be moved shortly.
Need to put it in my stronghold. Yeah, like I thought. Alright. Now that was successful. I don't like that it took me 2 tries. Because the heat build up, and there's going to send me a lot of stuff, but so I'm going to actually save it now. Now that I know where it is. It's done. Alright. So this is Let's Play episode 2. Alrighty. Set it back to me. Already in progress. Now here they're basically taking her over, and now I gotta interrogate her. But here's the thing, I actually don't have an interrogation chair to build. So I've gotta build it in between after we get her. She here in the armory, it's actually not an object. I can only build holding cells and time blocks, that's it. Somebody always here. And then we'll just get her taken care of. After some stuff will get taken care of here in a little bit. After I build her, I'll be able to build a green one. We'll need a lot of training. A space for it. It's going to be huge. Alright, so now, after I capture her, they're going to be like, oh, you need to build a training. You need to interrogate her. The interrogation chair. Build it here. Put it here. Well, they're there. Yep, it's against that space. Where do we put it here then?
Object purchase order confirmed.
Some characters.
Now you can see the next thing was finished, and now she can interrogate her to train up an advancement. And that's everything. Now, I'm not sure if Evil Genius actually was the first place where you could send minions out for various missions and then they come back with stuff. It feels like it is because it's very old again. It's like 21 years ago, right? And that's very, very common in mobile games and other games too. So as soon as we get her in, I'm going to go ahead and do the interrogation, and then we'll have valet moments. I also want to check to make sure, see where we're at. So it seems like everybody's heat's dropped. Still a little up with Patriot. Let's check with Hammer. Hammers are still very, very hot. Yeah, it will be, probably for like a half an hour and a half. You gotta wait, because 20 heat's a lot of heat. But 10 notoriety. Let's see, my notoriety risen by 10. I also did one last time on grabbing the blueprints for the armory. I'm sorry, the archives. Sorry. Now we'll just wait. And then sort of the thing is stuff. I got lots that sort of a thing. And then after that happens, we'll go ahead and make her get tortured by one of our construction workers. You can see I'm already got back my construction workers back up, so I'm going to go from 10,000 every 10 seconds. I'm going to drop that down now. And there we are. I'm not going to spend as much money. I'm going to be a little more frugal with stuff. All right, and that's now built. And so now I'm going to take her. And I'm going to see that torture. That's the torture one. I can also kill her or just release her. Take that one, and then you right click on that thing.
Awaiting interrogation device tag.
And see how she's been given an interrogation tag. That tells you that it went through. Her tag change. So now you're going to see somebody go in and take care of it. And now this person will be our first minion. This construction. Remember, construction workers, everybody can do stuff like work your things and build and add things to your things, but they're the only ones that can actually build your rooms. If that makes sense. Alright, so now we're just going to watch this. I'll zoom in a little bit. He's sucking in his information. Now we're just waiting to hear her get all that stuff in. Now he'll be a valet. The first social one. Hopefully. Now you'll know social minions don't attack people. You can give them a weaken tag and that sort of thing, and so that and then those get sent off. They actually leave behind corpses or anything like that. They'll just forget what they knew and that sort of thing. So I love social minions and what they do. All right, she has died, and now he's a valet.
New objects are available for purchase.
So now, let's take a look. Now this actually does pause the game. We are done with the early game thing. So now we need the crime lords, just like evil geniuses, are impressed by shows of wealth. Need somewhere suitably ostentatious to hold, build an inner sanctum, and a conference table, and that sort of a thing. So now we've got to bring in these bad guys, and that sort of thing. So the first thing I want to do is create the scene here. Here we're going to, now that I've got some minions here, we're going to build a security desk here, and then
Object has been ordered.
we will have some holding. See how one of these you can now I'm going to build some rifle cabinets and handgun cabinets too for these folks. So we have 2 rifle cabinets and 2 handgun cabinets. And then if you hit the yellow alert, everybody will get armed, but they won't attack aggressively, if that makes sense. But the other ones will. Alright.
As well
Now
as
let's
being
go
a
down
cash
here
candy jar you
to
dip your
the
hands into.
training room. Alright. The mess hall and staff room are now available too, and the inner sanctum. So now we're just going to finish building up this stuff. Alright, so here is where I like to build my training room. This is going to be huge. It's going to be very, very huge. Sorry about that. It's going to be as maximally large as possible. You might as well just go ahead and build it now. Because all the stuff that you're going to be building are going to be here. That's not bad for an early run. I'm probably going to be coming down here though. So let's go ahead and put it, since I got the money, now I'm going to go ahead and just add a couple more rows here. Actually, since that's there, I'll add another row there. I want to have that one done. Just another row there to make sure that's working good to go. Idaho, and then put another entrance here too. 2 entrances. It's good. And now we're going to start building these things. Alright, so here I'm going to go ahead and hit the OK button. And then what I like to do is put a standing door here. And here. This is going to start using up a lot of energy. You can see we're already at 82 out of 100. That's at 7. That didn't work. Yeah. Let me come over to here. That's not going to work for a door because I can't put it there. And that sort of thing. So here I'm going to edit this room. I'm going to take out this. I'm going to put it here. That's good. Actually, it says no. Huh, that's not gonna work. Why not?
Dash room blueprints cannot be
I'll just go ahead and remove that door right here. That's fine.
New room build order confirmed.
Alright. And now, what I'm going to do here in the training room is I'm going to put in 4 of each of the ones that are unlocked right now. So the training punch bag, so this is valets, that sort of thing. So the first thing I'm going to do is have 4 school desks. And this is going to be the trainers. You're going to have like a lot of these ones. And you definitely want to train them up now.
Object
2,
purchase order confirmed.
3, 4.
Object has been
And
ordered.
then the laboratory works, and then the training punch bags are going to be for the guards, that sort of thing. I like to have a few of those. 2, 4 vaults, like I said. Put those there and there, and there and there.
Warning, this object is inaccessible and must be moved if it is to be
Move
used.
that to there.
Object has been ordered.
4 workshops for your techs. These are going to be people that repair your items. So those are good too. So you need to have all 4 of those. Makes
Object
sense?
purchase order confirmed. Object has been ordered.
Now, after that's done, now the next thing I'm going to start doing now, while I'm still building that stuff, is I'm actually going to go kidnap a guard. So here, and a scientist. So that's the American criminal. Sorry, I don't want to do that yet. That's the class stuff. All right, come down here. I need to get some guards and some scientists, and that's another thing. So I'm going to come down here. I think one of them is down here in Antarctica, if I remember correctly. Nope. Anyway, so one of the things I did, like I mentioned before, was I would put plots in all the ones, one person, and then because these 4 needed to have plots too, I would then afterwards just put a bunch of them in there too. Is everything? Is it down here? Yeah, here it is. All right. So I'm going to go ahead. This requires 5 workers. It's very, very fast, and just 1 notoriety and a bunch of heat. So I'm going to send over here 10, just to make sure it gets done. So I can kidnap him and train him while I get the rest of this stuff done. Make sense? Alright. And then over to here. Did I have my infirmary unlocked yet? I like to put the infirmary just real quickly over here. Nope, not yet. You have to wait till somebody gets injured. If I remember correctly. Alright, so I'm going to put the mess hall and staff room here. So the staff room I'm going to put right here next to the place where everybody hangs out. So we're going to have this is where everybody hangs out, and that sort of thing. I'll put an entrance here and here too, and then I will, in order to make that work, I'm going to delete those 2 places right there.
Room construction underway. Room construction unpaused.
All right, and then we'll come down right down here, and then put standard doors here and here.
Object purchase order confirmed.
Doors are an effective
Sorry.
way to keep your base secure.
That pulls up a video. Sorry. And here too.
Object has been
And so
ordered.
ping pong tables too,
Object purchase order confirmed.
and a couple of drinks machines too for people to hang out with, to get that cash with.
Object has been ordered. Object purchase order confirmed.
Also added a security loudspeaker there too.
Object
And,
has
I'm
been
sorry,
ordered.
security camera rather. Sorry about that. And I'm also going to remove this and put one there too. And then right here, I'm going to put the mess hall. Definitely want a nice little mess hall with your stuff. Put it there. This is where everybody eats. And this is the food hall. And that sort of thing. Now you definitely want to have some good stuff here because
Object purchase order confirmed.
Then down here, let me figure out where would be a good place. I'll hit down here. Alright, so I'm going to put my lair down here. This is my evil lair. The Inter Sanctum. And this is where I need to do for the block. Alright, let me put it here because I'm going to leave that road there. I'm going to leave that corridor for stuff in case it's needed. I do want to leave that in case it's needed for power stuff. Actually, let me go ahead and maybe move that to another place. Yeah, let me take a look and see what the size is that I need for the stuff.
Road construction underway.
Offer stable.
Object
Impressive
purchase order
desk.
confirmed. Object
Yeah.
has been ordered.
It does need to be a little on a bigger side of life. Let me take a look. Actually, but let me. Yeah. Is that fine? Yeah. Alright, so, yeah, actually, I want to move it down. So let's cancel it. I'm going to cancel it and just move it down a little bit. Make it look. Because I also got to put here the lab. And the lab is pretty big, too. And maybe have some space over there for more power. Because you can see I'm using about half that power. That sort of thing. So let's maybe link it to the corridor, but maybe put it down here instead. Yeah, that works probably. Alright, just go ahead and put this here.
Evil genius under attack.
And then I can put that stuff in there and then have the space left over for the other stuff.
New room build order confirmed. New room
I can put
are
other
available
places,
for
power plants,
construction.
and that sort of thing. They don't have to be there.
Depot now stocks new objects. Object purchase order confirmed. Object has been ordered.
Alright. Is that good? So now your infirmary's been unlocked. 2, so minion was killed. And that sort of a thing. Is that good? I could put it over here, and then I need to keep that open in case I need to expand that. And then the lab is big too, and I need to keep some space open. That's fine. Let's go ahead and get started.
Road construction on course.
Now let me go ahead and build the infirmary right here. Actually, don't I want to have it here? It's kind of small. I could put it here. Yeah, how big is this thing? Let me try moving it.
Evil genius taking damage. Situation critical.
Let me try. See how much stuff. I know that some later on in the year you're going to get some good stuff, but right now I think it's just pharmacy moves. Yep. Those are pretty small.
Object purchase order confirmed.
Let's move it.
Construction
Sorry.
on course.
Let's move it here.
New room.
I do like keeping that in case I need to expand my armory. Yeah, let's go ahead and put there. Let's go ahead and use that to expand my armory with that sort of thing. So let's go ahead and put this here, the infirmary. This is pretty small.
New room build order confirmed. Road construction on
Time
course.
clock. So if there's somebody always here, let's put a farm a couple of pharmacy moves.
Object purchase order confirmed.
Alright. You can see all that stuff's getting built. Alright. Now you can see here are the evil bad guys. Also here are some people that you want. These are tourists from different places. Now again, Jubai is my henchman. I want to get him leveled up. And that sort of thing because he gets a couple of abilities once he levels up. Looks like they already came over and that sort of thing. So let me, they just did that too. So let me head out another 8 of these. Sorry about that. Yeah, I forgot to do that while I was doing all my building.
The forces of
Okay,
justice may
here,
send so.
Alright. Actually, let's go ahead and start getting my valleys up to thing.
Cannot accommodate this many minions.
So I'll get trained. I think 25 is probably good in the early game. I can drop it down to 20. Later. Text and cards. Alright. And then when that's all done, who's on the map right now? Is there some soldiers or something? You can see them here playing around with that and trying to get in there. Makes sense? Those are investigators. Alright. So that guy went away. So let's steal X fine. I'm getting $600 every 60 seconds. Yeah. Alright, I'll check back in that sector too. You can see that one of my workers just deserted due to low loyalty. That's not good. Alright, and so now let's head over to here, just make sure this guy's over, and then we're going to abduct this guard. Where's the scientist? He's over here, worker. He's the repairman. That sort of thing. So that's 8 workers. So 2 workers too. So what I'll do is, as soon as these are done, I'll move them over to there and then grab that guy too. So I can go ahead and start getting those up. You can see that this person's having issues getting that door open. So that's one of the reasons why here, and also the one here too. And who do we have down here? In this corner, it is another investigator from Smash. Alright, now these are all here, so I'm going to go ahead and get this started. Let's go ahead and get this guard. Now, remember, I actually can't hear what's happening, and that sort of a thing. So normally there would be like a little thing that says mission successful or something like that. So we're just going to wait, and it's in 2 minutes. Hopefully that'll be done. That sort of a thing, and then we'll bring him in. Alright. Then after that happens again, we'll get that taken care of with that repairman to be my techs for this force station. Test was complete. That's the building of the sanction, special sanction. Good stuff. Lots now, and we also got the repair table done too. All right, so I'm gonna kick these guys out. As soon as these guys are leaving, I'm actually going to change this security setting to 3, so they won't be sitting around there. Only people that'll be doing it are my henchmen that I have ordered here, like Jubai. Alright, you can see this has started. I'm currently at 1 minute left. I haven't lost any of my workers. That's good. And this is actually a 1. It's a 1 heat. I'm sorry, 1 notoriety, 15 heat. And that's what we're doing. So as soon as that's done with, I'll get that taken care of with someone over there. Double check this. About 32 seconds. Let me just go down. So now, actually, since this is the early game, I'm going to have Jubai go out and start killing some of these guys in order to get that's all that. Gold tags. And this guy over here too. And I want to get Jubai those. Oh, those are veterans. Hold on a second. I need to get Jubai over here. These are the ones that are coming at me from Smash. So go over here. Go over here. Let's see if we got that guard. And that's everything. It actually worked great. I lost 5 guards. So move those over here.
To remain vigilant as the spate of kidnappings continues. Skilled civilians are being spirited away by the evil organizations for an unknown purpose. In an off-the-record comment, one Smash official said that the chances of rescuing the hostages were slim to none.
And the rest of them you gotta wait for, but since I lost like half of them, I'll wait. And there's the guard. And the person bringing them in. And now these people are probably going to fight. So that's the reason why. You see here, Jubai killed all those stuff, and now he can learn a special ability. So let's give him the Eviscerate ability. That will let him kill 1 person in melee combat. Alright. So there we are. That's good stuff. Anybody here? What do we have here? here are Saber investigators. We'll go ahead and get you sent. What else do we have? Or folks, anybody else I need to kill? Because this ghost walk ability is teleports him. So let's go ahead and get him. I can go ahead and get him taken care of.
Invisible.
Let's use it. I want to show you how it works. This will basically insta kill most things. Watch, one kid kill.
My blade is drawn.
Alright, that's still waiting for those 5. While I do, let's go ahead and see if this person is starting to investigate the... Yeah, he's there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get this started, and then I'll go back to the map and see what... This will, again, give us our text. This is our guard radar. That's the real thing. So those are our military. So let's go ahead and interrogate him. And if you see that he got changed to interrogation tag, good. I don't want him to die out of there, because that would annoy everybody. And that sort of thing. We got 5. We're still waiting for the other 5 people. Here comes. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and get this started, and then we'll have all that. Basically, we'll be out of the area again. Now, sometimes there are times in this game where you'll have to go back and get these minions a second time or a third time because you lost them. You can't train them. You need more to come back and train them. Alright, so it just seems like the Forces of Justice just arrived here. So I'm actually going to. I don't know if I actually want to hide because right. And that sort of thing, because then I would have to lose all that heat and get started again. So let's just try it, see what happens. Hopefully it'll be fine. Right, and those are the ones who kill your guys, otherwise they only die on missions. They don't want otherwise die. Bye, how we doing? Let's go. I got guards now, so that thing was done. Alright, that was my military minion. Let's head back over to attack one. Looks like we are about. Again, it has about a minute left. Hopefully it'll be fine. Let's have him hold up. There we go. Now, see, Dubai does not carry corpses. He's like, nope. He's all about honorable defeats and stuff. He's a Ronin. That sort of thing. Alright, I'm gonna put him back over to here so he can be covering up. Let's see how my minions are doing. We got 3 valets right now. Good stuff. We head over here, see how our mission's doing. Alright, it succeeded. I'm gonna bring these 2 back.
This is a Patriot World Service broadcast. General Gunfleet of the Patriot Council has today issued a warning to all American citizens after the recent string of kidnappings. The General urged all citizens to take basic self-preservation measures, such as not accepting candy from strangers.
Now this repairman has been done. Now, repairmen and guards and valets are who you'll be doing in the early game mods. They're going to be most of your missions. They're going to be all that stuff in the early game. Make sense? So you're going to need a lot of them. So now we're just going to have to wait a little bit. So here, let me show you some of the stealing quests. So we're waiting for that guy. You can see this guy's 2 workers, which we have, and 4 guards and 2 valets. See how that works. And then this one will be 8 spin doctors, which are higher level stuff. Here is this is a thing. 2 valets, 2 techs and 2 guards, 2 of each, and 2 on 1. And then here's the radar dish, which we'll want to get as soon as possible. 6 workers in 1 deck. So let's go ahead and get this guy interrogated as soon as he's in there. So we get text up, so I can start getting that stuff taken care of.
Awaiting interrogation device selection.
He's set for interrogation there on the chair. Good stuff, all up and down. Let's take a look at these the ones. So this guy's 5 valets, and this guy will probably be, if I remember, 5 guards, and the other one's 5 ticks. That's sort of thing. Actually, it's been close to an hour with you folks. I don't want to take too much of your time. I don't want to do like all of the meetings yet. So let's just watch in here, and then after this guy becomes a tech, the repairer of things, and then we'll go ahead and end that too. Because again, I don't take too much of your time, that sort of a thing. And then we'll start to hit this thing properly next time on the missions and such. Get them taken care of. Also start to get some of these the loot into. And he's our guard. I'm sorry, he's a tech now. Yeah, he techs. That sort of thing. Good stuff. Actually, now I'm thinking about, I'm probably going to build one more of each of these.
Object has been ordered. Object purchase order
Just to make
confirmed.
sure. Because you guys are going to be here for a while, and these guys are going to die a lot. All the different stuff. That's good.
Object has been ordered.
Alrighty, so there you are. I want to thank you, folks, so very, very much, for just taking some time out of your day, right, and investigating it and watching my videos, because we all have so many things, right, that are happening in our lives, and we're pulled in so many different directions, right? So the fact that you spent this time with me, that's incredibly humbling and very, very, so I appreciate it so very, very much. And there you are. Do you have any questions? I hope you enjoyed this second Let's Play of Evil Genius. We moved to this from the movies because the sound wasn't working. This is a much more of a classic. I hope it'll get. I think it's a better game and that sort of thing. And so I hope you guys will enjoy this so very much, and then let me know your thoughts and that sort of thing, Archie. And then, alrighty, and there you are. Have an amazing day, and bye bye.